What's up, everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode of the Hot Mic here on the John Rocha channel. I am John Rocha, joined as always by the Snyder himself, Jeff Snyder.
Hello, Johnny boy. I got my pretzels. I'm ready to fucking rock and roll today.
It sounds like you're ready to go. We got so much to talk about today. We're going to jump into, as we have on the title of the episode here, the unholy pact that the studios have made with influencers, as breakdown on THR about how deep the influencer community is affecting Hollywood and working with Hollywood, and if Hollywood is actually behind the curve on this kind of stuff, if you can believe that. We're also going to jump into our Keanu Reeves movie draft. Is not a top 10 list, but a movies draft. So a lot of movies in contention for Jeff and I to go back and forth about. We got a bunch of news going on in the world of entertainment, casting stuff, all kinds of stuff. And guess what? James Gunn is directing more DC movies. So we got so much to get into, Jeff. How are you? How are things? What's the deal? What were you working on today? What can you tease, my man, about stuff that's happening there on your newsletter or in your life?
I'm just chasing a bunch of development stories right now. I actually got one confirmed, but I'm chasing a bigger one. So yeah, that was kind of my day. I met with a lovely fan of this show. Had a nice breakfast, just chatting about the biz, and I asked my brother last night about merch. So we got to arrange a Zoom call, me, you, and him.
Yes, definitely.
Talk about things and create a little store and give back to the people.
The people. I hear you, man. I hear you. We're definitely gonna square that away at some point here for sure. But let's remind everybody the Streamlabs and Super Chats are open. If you've got questions, thoughts, and comments you want to have us respond to or answer or react to, please make sure you send them in. You see the Streamlabs address is pinned in the chats in the description of the video. And you know how to do a Super Chat. So there you go. Well, let's not waste any time, Jeff. I want to jump in to stuff that broke as we were getting on the air here. And the first one that I was looking at, this is really fascinating. We've got the reunion of Margaret, Qualley, and Aubrey Plaza. They are coming back together to work on yet another film that might fail at the box office here. And that is Go Beavers from Ethan Coen. This is coming off a well-placed source that's telling Jordan Romeo over there at World of Real that this is happening. Of course, we've seen what happened with Honey Don't. So this film is supposed to be called Go Beavers, and this is right after Driveway Dolls and Honey Don't. So this is happening. Jeff, does this make any sense considering the box office, what we just got here? Or is this more like, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and finish it and no one's going to stop me and F it? Is that what's going on here?
I didn't even know about this story until you just told me.
Oh, really? Okay, well.
This seems like a silly cast to try and run back after the failure of Honey Don't.
No. They're apparently in talks to star. The screenplay is not finished. There's no distributor, but they're looking at making this for around another $20 million again. And this continues Ethan Coen's collaboration with his wife and longtime editor Trisha Cook. This story centers on a lesbian college rowing team that reunites years later, only for members to begin mysteriously dying. Coen described the project as a genre film, comparing it to Walkabout and Deliverance.
That sounds a lot better than Honey Don't, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, but this is part of his lesbian B-movie trilogy, right? And so but like it's the law of diminishing returns with every one of these films. So is this like Ethan just being obstinate about it and he's going to finish it no matter what it is? And why would any studio fund it nowadays with the losses that are happening even for big movies? You know,
I mean, do studios fund his movies, or do the Coens just get like access to independent financing? Like the last couple were indies, right? No,
right, yeah.
I forget. Was Honey Don't like a focus feature? I have no fucking idea. I had no interest in seeing it. I know that these are loosely connected, but
yeah,
but they're also not. Right. So I wouldn't look at it like, oh, this is a franchise and the first two movies flop, so why would you do the third? To me, this is a totally new movie, and it sounds like the best one of them.
Right.
I mean, Qualley is a rising star. Aubrey Plaza, has done some great work. Not quite a movie star, but I don't know if Coen keeps the budget low, this is going to be a genre movie.
Yeah.
I think it'll be appealing.
Yeah, I mean, 6 million is what, or around 7 million is what the last one made, and Driveway Dolls made 8 million overall. But
and that had stars like Pedro Pascal and Matt Damon. So it goes to show that at the end of the day, it's about whether people want to see this story.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, for sure.
But whether they can sell the story, and it's a lot easier to sell a lesbian, deliverance than it is.
That's true.
Whatever Honey Don't was.
Yeah, exactly.
Film noir.
Well, listen, Jeff, you're on FYC. I know you know a lot about. You have a lot of opinions on the Oscars stuff, but this one popped up as well. Apparently, according to some Gold Derby, I know you don't put a lot of stock in Gold Derby, but Teyana Taylor has apparently suddenly become the odds-on favorite to be number one in the Best Supporting Actress race. She seems to be the odds-on favorite at this point. She's only on screen for 20 minutes of one battle after another, and of course, there's that letter she reads near the end. So. What are your thoughts on this? Do you buy into any of this, or do you sell this idea that Teyana Taylor could be number one on the Best Supporting Actress list here for an Oscar?
I mean, I thought she was absolute dynamite.
Yeah,
I buy it.
Okay,
I could see her winning. I totally wanted more of her.
Yeah,
it was a pretty. I mean, to me, it's the film's standout supporting female performance. Like some people will consider Chase Infinity supporting as well. She's running in lead, but I always thought Teyana Taylor had a much better chance than her. If they were all in the same category, better chance than Chase and a better chance than Regina Hall.
Yeah, I mean, looking at the list here, Amy Madigan on Gold Derby isn't even in the top 5. Amy Madigan is 6th for Weapons.
Amy Madigan's getting nominated. What do these people know? They don't know anything. They're just
they're supposed to be. But they're supposed to be the gold standard, Jeff.
No, you're looking at the gold standard. I'm just not allowed on Penske properties. They're going to put my face on a Penske property. They culled me from the list. I used to be on the list when Tom O'Neill was running it.
Oh,
and then Penske has control of it, and like fucking Donna, the woman who was at Amazon, who was running their awards thing. So,
okay.
Whatever. I don't give a shit what they think. I care more. I'm more interested in what the gatecrashers think, right?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Teyana's number 1, Elle Fanning number 2, Ariana Grande 3, Inga Ipsdotter Lilias for Sentimental Value was 4th, and Gwyneth Paltrow for Marty Supreme. You saw Marty Supreme. Do you think Gwyneth will get a nom?
The idea, guys, these are all ass-kissing people. What they do is they go and they look at everyone else's list and they say, oh, yeah, I don't want to be the person who looks crazy here and suggest Amy Madigan, so I'm just going to go along with the crowd or whatever. Or they just look at most of them probably have not seen Marty Supreme.
Probably not.
It's just because I have a good relationship with A24 that I was invited. So most people haven't seen Marty Supreme, and to them, I understand this thinking. Whatever you haven't seen yet and don't know, well, it could be great, right? And so Gwyneth Paltrow's on the list. I saw the performance.
Yeah,
but it was fine. Nice to have her back. The idea that she's better than Amy Madigan was in Weapons, no.
Yeah, that's a little bit.
Find out how good Amy Madigan was in Weapons in the next 2 weeks when you walk outside your fucking house and half the women our age are dressed like Amy Madigan in Weapons.
That's for sure. That's for sure. We'll see. Yeah, I thought it was odd that Teyana would go all the way up to the top, but she is dynamite in that movie. I don't disagree with you at all. This also just dropped, Jeff. Let's get your thoughts on this real quick. These are the first images. We have the first set images from the set here of Anthony Ippolito as Sylvester Stallone in that I Play Rocky movie, coming to us from Peter Farrelly, one of your favorite directors because he directed Green Book. They've started the production on the film, inspired by the story of how Sly Stallone came to make his 1976 classic Rocky. They're already shooting this thing, Jeff. So your thoughts at these first initial shots of Anthony as a young Sylvester Stallone in the 1970s here?
Hey, this is fucking Rocky. Hey, I'm just surprised that he bulked up. I mean, that was always the thing. He has that look. He played Pacino in The Offer.
Right.
Pacino and Stallone don't look much alike, but if you pack 30 or 40 pounds of muscle on Pacino, then maybe he would actually start to look like Stallone. They both have kind of like the same eyes, similar eyes,
right? Yeah.
I don't know. It's interesting casting. The guy's a good actor.
Yeah,
It's a great story of how Sylvester versus Stallone got it made, and I really like the cast that they are surrounding him with.
Yeah.
From the guy who I wrote about in my newsletter last week, Scott Teller, who's playing Burt Young, to the people they added today, PJ Byrne, Jay Duplass, Terry Letts, Tracy Letts, sorry. So, this is a project to keep an eye on. It's from the director of Green Book, so he might surprise everybody.
Yeah. I think it's fascinating because you look at it they're not just grabbing actors that are like, that go like usually like straight to streaming type actors. These are actors that actually have some kind of weight to them when you mention someone like Tracy Letts. So it's a fascinating cast that they're putting together, both a mixture of new and veteran actors being a part of this. And for comparison, here's Stallone on the set of Rocky with a young Talia and a young Burt Young. And you look at this kid, it's pretty close. You can squint a little bit and see, I think Rocky's jawline is a little stronger, but if you squint your eyes, you can kind of see the comparison to all of this. I'm just going to be curious to see what Sylvester Stallone says about it. He hasn't said a word about it.
I don't care.
I'm waiting for him to say something about it, so I'm curious to see what he's going to say.
What's he going to say? This kid ain't no Stallone. He ain't got what it takes.
Maybe.
Stink. This isn't how it really happened. Let me tell you the real story.
It's a Kentucky Fried Idiot.
I don't think he's going to say those things. I think he's going to be supportive and be like, got it mostly right.
Maybe it might be right on that. All right, another story we got here going on. Speaking of dudes who are pretty massive, let's look at The Rock here, man. The Rock and Benny Safdie are back together again. We talked about the Lizard Music film that was being done by them, but fresh off the Smashing Machine flopping at the box office, they've lined up their next collaboration. It is called Lizard Music, an adaptation of Daniel Pinkwater's cult novel that Safdie will write and direct, with Johnson taking on the role of the eccentric Chicken Man. The package only hit the market last month, and already Amazon MGM's United Artists division has acquired it. So are you surprised at how quickly this was picked up, considering these guys just combined together to make less than $10 million at the box office?
Was it quick? I mean,
it's been a month.
Can't they make deals overnight these days? It took a month to sell.
I'm surprised it sold at all, let alone in a month.
I mean, I'm kind of surprised too, but I'm sure The Rock was like, you guys are going to buy this fucking movie because I didn't just lose 30 pounds to play the Chicken Man in a movie that's not getting made.
Maybe you're right, Jeff. Maybe you're right.
I mean, I have no idea. It's a weird book. I really liked it growing up as a kid. Very curious to see what kind of movie it results in. Maybe Amazon sees it as a potential awards contender next year. Who knows?
It's fascinating to me. I'm so confused about why you would. But again, it's The Rock, right? So you think The Rock will put it together, and maybe you can sell it. Maybe it's a kids thing, so more people will come to see it. I don't know.
The Rock's just waiting for that Aronofsky movie to get off the ground at A24. Breakthrough. Yeah. I think they're waiting for like maybe another draft of the script or something like that, or for Aronofsky to work his magic on it. But I think that movie ultimately will get made, and I think that could be a decent movie.
But what is Safdie doing though, man? What are your thoughts on him going down this path with Dwayne Johnson? Like, is he hiding out a little bit? It's kind of like, hey, I got a guy who's really famous, so I'm just going to attach myself to him and do a couple of movies with him while I'm in this battle with my brother. Like, I don't understand the logic.
Well, you got to understand that until mid-January, this is all about getting Dwayne. Everything that he does is calculated and is about getting him a nomination for the Smashing Machine.
Okay.
So this is Benny saying like, well, nobody showed up for my movie. I don't care. This guy was great, and I'm going to work with him again just to show you all you fuckers.
Yeah. Well,
that's what it is to me.
Yeah, was it Ridley Scott or Nolan this week who came out and said like the Smashing Machine Nolan will be appreciated as it gets farther away from
Nolan's
the film.
Like, this is the greatest performance of the year in most years, which is like, he's bringing out the big guns there to get Nolan to say something. And did Nolan say it on his own? Was he, who starred in Oppenheimer? Do you remember?
It was Cillian Murphy and Emily Blunt.
No, keep going down the list.
Really? Keep going down the list? Jason Clarke?
No, you don't see the connection here?
Josh Hartnett?
Benny Safdie.
Benny Safdie was in that. That's right.
Benny Safdie is in Oppenheimer, so to me, it's not the craziest thing that Nolan would come out and say, "Well, guess what? Benny Safdie's movie is great, and you should all see it because of Dwayne."
Fair. He was good in that too. I liked Safdie in that movie.
He was good.
All right. So what about this, Jeff? A very curious thing that came across from the Wrap here, that Jim Carrey is apparently in talks to star in a live-action version of the Jetsons for Warner Brothers, with Colin Trevorrow circling to direct and co-write the script. For those who don't remember, the Jetsons were a futuristic family. This show was made in the 1960s, then had a mid-1980s revival. And now apparently there is a live-action version of this thing that's happening with Jim Carrey. I did this story yesterday, but some people have said, well, why do you think Jim Carrey's playing George Jetson? He's too old to play George Jetson. I don't think he could play. I don't think he's going to play the Spacely Sprockets, the mean boss of George Jetson. What do you think about this?
That was one of the last things I put in the newsletter last night. Was like, I think people assume he's playing George Jetson.
Yeah.
I assumed it, but it's also, given how young Judy and Elroy are.
Yeah, it's supposed to be teenagers and a 7-year-old or 8-year-old, something like that.
Yeah, I could see him maybe playing something else. Like I don't know if there's a villain in the movie, just like he's playing the villain in Sonic the Hedgehog. That may, again, Hollywood is kind of myopic like that. And if they say, oh, successful family franchise with Jim Carrey not as the hero but as the villain, maybe we just do that over here.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But at the same time, I don't think he's that, like, he's just like, there's no way he could play George Jetson.
Right.
Because, when I heard Jim Carrey, first of all, I didn't believe it because I'd heard it last week and I didn't even look into it because I'm like, this doesn't really make sense to me.
Yeah.
But like, think of like, I think Steve Carell would make a great George Jetson.
Oh, yeah. Right. Yeah.
Maybe just because it's easier for him to for me to see him having like teenage kids, like
right,
Dan in real life or something. You don't often see Jim Carrey as the parent of teens.
Yeah, he's 63 years old now, Jim, which is kind of crazy to think.
How old is Steve Carell? 56, 57?
Yeah, Carell must be in his 50s at least. Yeah, Carell is no, he's 63, same fucking age. Wow.
There you go. They don't strike me as 63-year-old guys. They strike me as like guys in their mid-50s.
Right.
So
it's an interesting avenue for sure. So we'll see what ends up coming with that. And what about the Trevorrow side of things? Does that surprise you too?
That also surprised me. Yeah, I did. I heard about Jim Carrey, but and that's why I was like, Jim Carrey, what are they going to build this around him? Like he can't lead a super expensive movie like this, but I guess if you have a giant director like Colin Trevorrow,
right,
helm, that assuages any fears.
But doesn't he need, like, he's on a yes, he had Jurassic World, right, and then what, Dominion. But I mean, it's not like if they'd want to stay with Trevorrow, they could have stayed with Trevorrow, but they didn't. And you look at Book of Henry, and then he got removed off Star Wars. Does this guy need a redemption thing? Even though he's probably a multimillionaire, he doesn't need to work again.
Trevorrow broke out with Safety Not Guaranteed.
Yes, that was the first one way back when. Yes,
about a guy who wanted a partner in like time traveling, right?
Right.
What if this involves time travel?
Oh,
either the Jetsons going back, and people are like, holy, like. I mean, I know we're starting to have flying cars and all these fucking things that the Jetsons promised.
Right.
I don't know if they'd be going back in time and being like, oh yeah, like this is nothing to me, or if they'd be going even forward. Who fucking knows? I don't know what the take is. But Colin Trevorrow, I think, is a decent hire for this.
Yeah. Okay. Do you have any ideas in your mind of who could play the other characters? Play his wife or Judy? I mean, I see Karen nominating Ariana Grande. Ariana Grande is 32 years old, Karen. I hate to break it to you. So I don't see her taking the role of Judy. Maybe Sabrina, because she's 26.
Tia Leone
as Jane, his wife.
Fun with Dick and Jane.
Yeah. I liked that remake. I thought it was a good remake. Not a great one, but I thought it was good. Yeah.
I have no idea who it would be.
I say Rachel McAdams. That one came to mind yesterday because
they're going in their 60s, though.
What's that?
I mean, I don't know. I really don't know. Like this is like you wouldn't think of this person at all for this, but she is very hot right now.
Okay.
Like, what's Demi Moore doing after The Substance?
Oh, she's doing Landman season 2. That's what she's doing after The Substance.
Well,
I like this.
Like, she should have gotten something bigger after The Substance, but she's not right for the Jetsons.
Yeah.
Who's like a good comedy person who's older?
Tina Fey. You could reunite Carell with Tina Fey from Date Night, right? Or from what was that film that they went out?
And Carrey now. Well, what about if you went to what's it called? Cable Guy, and you went to Leslie Mann.
Cable Guy. Oh, Leslie Mann's great.
Carrey and Leslie Mann.
Yeah, I like that idea. Yeah, because you're right, Cable Guy, right?
Who gives a shit? We spent too long fan.
All right, fine. I'm just, it's just fun to talk about, Jeff. What are you rushing off to do next? For God's sake, we got to get through the show. All right, what about this story, man? This was coming to us from Daniel RPK. He reported that apparently Marvel is already planning for Hugh Jackman to stay as Wolverine after Secret Wars. Of course, we've kind of speculated this possibility, Jeff, but now the drumbeat is getting louder and louder that this is going to happen. Of course, we know the meta joke from Deadpool Wolverine, where Deadpool said, till you're 90. So does this pass your smell test that he's sticking around past Secret Wars? And will that be confusing? Because who's going to be their young Wolverine? Is he can't be the old Wolverine with a bunch of young people. What's the deal here?
I have no idea. I'm not even going to pretend to know. Don't really believe that Daniel knows. I just seems like it would be a huge mistake
to keep him around past Secret Wars.
Yeah, I mean,
why?
Unless the new generation of X-Men is going to to share the screen with the old X-Men, so you're going to see two different Storms and two different Cyclopses, and that's where that's what my blind spot is with all this comic book shit.
Right.
That I can't stand, and I think that the public is finally wising up to. That's one way you could explain that. To me, it doesn't make any sense.
Right.
To reboot the X-Men, but we're rebooting everybody and recasting everybody but Hugh Jackman because people really liked him.
Yeah. It seems like an odd.
Meanwhile, Hugh Jackman, what the fuck are you doing, dude? Why do you want to keep doing this? Are these movies getting any better?
And I can't imagine that it's getting easier to stay in that shape either. No matter how much rumored growth hormone you might be taking or steroids you might be taking to stay a certain shape, as you get older, it becomes harder and harder.
I mean, even if Wolverine let himself go, I don't understand where the upside is for him other than just more money.
Yeah.
So, and I know he got divorced, but
I guess
I can't imagine Hugh Jackman is fucking hurting. So I'm just not buying this. No, I think that they need to recast Wolverine. I think that they will recast Wolverine. I think there's a lot of people out there who could do it. Yeah.
All right, well, let me counter this by saying to you, they brought back RDJ. They're going to bring back all the old people, and there's rumors that they're going to keep RDJ on past Secret Wars as well. They brought back the Russo brothers, one half of Marcus and McFeely. Is it really that ridiculous that they would consider keeping one of the mainstays and one of the most beloved mainstays of the Fox X-Men on past Secret Wars when they've shown a pattern recently of just wanting to go back to the past and relive the nostalgia of good times around certain characters?
Yeah, I don't put anything by these people because I know how creatively bankrupt they are.
Right.
Yeah, but I don't buy it at the same time. I know how creatively bankrupt this town is, and yet at the same time, I know that Marvel didn't become Marvel just repeating what's been done before.
Right.
So as big as RDJ is, and I think it's a smart move to bring him back for these two movies.
Yeah.
I'm not buying that he's going to stick around. Again, why? What is in it for this guy?
Yeah, I don't understand it either. It's just so much that he's putting himself through. It doesn't make any sense.
But there's not going to be a third Avengers movie. Remember we discussed that a week or two ago?
Yes, that it was split into two possibly. Yeah,
no, because then they'd have to pay him again. They have to pay him another $75 million, and I think that's what the reluctance is.
That's a fair point. Yeah, I can understand that for sure. Okay. Let's get into this, Jeff. I know we kind of hashed this out, but it became a news story this week again. Variety reported that One Battle After Another, Warner Brothers spent more than $130 million on the production, $70 million on promotional efforts, and ticket sales are typically split between 50-50 between studios and theater operators. So it stands to lose about $100 million. And another element that's adding to the loss is that DiCaprio typically gets first dollar gross on his movie. So a percentage of the box office revenues before the studio will go to him before the studio recoups any of its costs. This is a film that is getting a lot of love, a lot of awards buzz for sure. So does the $100 million loss matter one damn bit? Let me ask you that question first.
I mean, yeah, it matters, but it's going to be a loss leader for the studio. Like, if it gets a bunch of nominations, and especially if it wins Best Director or wins Paul Thomas Anderson his first Oscar, tough to put a price on that.
Sure,
it does seem like a movie that people will watch years later. It's not just like, well, anyone who didn't see it this weekend, like that's it. That
right, you missed out.
Yeah, it matters, but I don't think that Warner Brothers is sweating it, especially after the year that it just had, right? Like that is why you make all these hits, to finance movies that are going to lose money, because it's inevitable that they're going to lose money. Better to lose money on this than some like hunky like shit New Line horror movie, right?
Right. Well, yeah.
It's a noble loss.
That's for sure, because you're getting the awards type of consideration.
These numbers are all fucking gobbledygook bullshit. Okay.
What's
130 million. It's amazing how I've been saying 175.
Yes.
People mostly said 140 to 150, and then it's just been revised lower and lower.
Yeah.
Right now it's down to 130. Sure.
Right. About how much they spent to make the movie. Right. Exactly.
Then you've got untold marketing costs.
Right.
So let's just say you spent 50.
Yeah, they're claiming 70 in Variety. 70 million.
Okay, so now you're at 200 million all in. That means you need to basically do 400 million worldwide. What is the movie at right now? 125 worldwide?
Yeah, 125, something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but we're not saying that it lost 275 million, are we?
No.
Right. And these are like the conservative numbers.
Right.
Okay. So we're using the 130 number, which is low, 70 for the marketing. So 200 spent. If by Variety's own definition of the 50-50 ticket split, you would need to gross 400 theatrical. Now, there's all this downstream revenue, like the ancillary stuff.
Right.
Again, it's not as much as what Superman's is worth, but let's call it 60 million, 80 million.
Sure.
Okay. So you're getting half of whatever it made at the box office, which is 125. Let's say it makes 150 or even 180 by the end of its run. You're getting 90 million from that, and you're getting 60 million downstream. So that's 150 million.
Right. 150
million, 400 million.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
No, forget me. 150 million, 400 million. It's 150 million versus the 200 spent.
Right.
So 50 million would be a conservative loss figure. So 100 is probably accurate.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the other question I want to ask is, when you look at what's going on here at the box office, you have Smash Machine not doing well. You have One Battle After Another essentially going to be considered a disappointment, money-wise, not obviously awards-wise. You look at Roofman not doing that strongly, Kiss of the Spider Woman not doing that strongly. I mean, what is this sign? What is this telling you? Is this really about the quality of the movies, or is it about the general interest of the public to not go see these movies in theaters because they know they're going to be out on streaming in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or less? What are your thoughts?
Let me just show you. I watch more movies than anyone I know.
I know you like to pull your cock out on that. I know you do constantly.
I'm gonna explain it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna show it.
Go ahead.
I watch more movies than pretty much anybody I know. Okay. I've seen over 150 movies this year. Here's the list of coming soon movies on my blog spot.
Okay.
There's 50 movies.
Right. Left to watch. Yep.
Left to watch this year. How many days are left in the year 2025? 70 days, roughly.
I don't know. Let me see.
Just Google how many days left in 2025.
Yeah, I know how to do. Yeah, 77. There you go.
77 days left in 2025 to see 50 movies.
Right.
So to see all these movies, you'd have to see a new movie in the theater more than every other day.
Right.
It's crazy.
What's your point? What do you get?
So the point is that there's too many movies, John. It's not that there's not enough interest in them.
Yeah, but your movie
interested. It's that people can't go to the movies every single fucking day.
I guarantee you that of those 50 movies, 10 to 15 matter. The rest are just your idea to get to a certain number. And nobody gives a shit. And then there's not a lot of stars. I bet there's a lot of obscure movies on that 50 movies list. I'll put money on it that there's a lot of obscure movies.
I'm sure that there are. Let's say 15. Let's say
you're talking Channing Tatum, The Rock.
There's 15 movies that matter, John. Are there 15 weekends left in the year?
No.
No,
like 10.
So you'd have to see a movie more than once a week just to hit those 15.
Right.
The point is that it's so funny when we're all like freaking out about Hollywood's going to make fewer movies if they merge. You know what would be a good idea? See, this is the thing. It's the trade press that gets everybody riled up. Oh, they're going to make fewer movies. There's going to be fewer jobs, fewer acting jobs, fewer scripts sold. Mm-hmm. We need fewer movies because we can't see the movies that are being made right now. We cannot keep up, and I'm a professional.
Yeah.
So that should be a good thing, that we need to actually scale back because there's just not an audience big enough to support all these things. That's why this town is bleeding money. That's why the town is dying, because it makes stuff for no one.
Right. Well, there you go. You say it makes stuff for no one. And that's my point here when you look at what the decisions that are being made with these movies and the amount of money. And look, A24 pivoted, right? A24 pivoted to want to spend more money on these films, and they're not getting a strong return at all with these big budget films that they've put, relatively big budget films. When you compare,
what movie are you talking about? Smashing Machine?
Yes.
Is that it? Is that it? Are we going to define the entire strategy, which is just starting by like one movie?
I'm just asking you. It's not a good beginning. It's not a good beginning, is what I'm getting at.
Well, Warfare. That was an expensive movie, and that did well.
I don't know. I'm looking up right now the A24 movies. Warfare, what Iron Claw did not do well. Was Warfare under? Was Warfare under?
And Smashing Machine and Marty Supreme. These are movies that are expensive,
right?
For A24.
Yes.
So let's see how Marty Supreme does.
Warfare was 20 million. It made 33. So no, it didn't make a profit. If we're going the 2.5 times, it didn't make a profit, right? So those are the things you look at. That's what I'm trying to say is like, it seems like A24 made this pivot maybe at the wrong time when you're looking at the recent films that they've got coming out here. We'll see how Marty Supreme does. You yourself said you don't know how many people are going to be that interested in seeing this movie.
I agree. Maybe it's Civil War. I'm was confusing with Warfare.
Civil War was made for 50 and made 127. So you can argue, yes, it made money.
Okay, then that's the example I should be using.
Okay.
Yeah, Marty Supreme, I think, other than Timmy, is going to have kind of a limited appeal.
Yeah, that's what I wonder about. Is A24 making the right decision here? I mean, look at Brutalist, right? Brutalist was made for 9.6 and made 50. That's the standard A24 formula. 9 million, then you do this, right? But when you look at the stuff that's coming out now, there's a real danger that they think if we spend more money to get these bigger talents to be in our movies, then logically we're going to make more money. But that doesn't seem to be happening so far. I mean, that Warfare is full of a shit ton of talent in that movie, or up and coming talent as well. So
cheap, guys.
It's 50 million. I don't know how cheap that was.
Warfare.
So how many, since you counted so strongly, how many movies does A24 have to do before we can make a proper assessment about their new pivot and whether the logic of spending this much money on these movies makes sense?
I can't put a number on it. I think that Elden Ring is going to be a big movie for A24, right? Like that has
That's
to
fair.
With how much money they're sinking into that.
Right.
That is their first real blockbuster that's based on like a piece of IP.
Right. Okay. I could see that.
I think that's the movie to judge A24's strategy against right now.
All right. Just wanted to get your thoughts on that, man. Okay. And I think that's all of that for that stuff. All right, let's get into our main topic here, Jeff. Let's talk about this article that came out on THR, talking about the essentially the deal that studios have made with influencers and how YouTube has become the number one streaming platform, the current platform we are on, and talking about how 67 million people are currently working as full or part-time creators, with 105 million is the estimate doing this by 2030. And it talks about how since the writer's strike, there's been a big shift and there's more digital strategy. And basically, it's talking about how influencers are becoming a bigger and bigger part of the Hollywood equation, and that studios are finally starting to invest in influencers, work with influencers, create stuff with influencers, and influencers themselves are hiring scriptwriters, are hiring actors to do this content to put up on their channel. So and then now AI has come in, which is focused on in the article as well, to maybe kind of stop some of these creators or force these creators to use AI. So what are your thoughts about all of this as we look at the landscape of Hollywood now and the deal they've made with these influencers?
I just think it's depressing. It drives me crazy that like no one's one thing anymore.
Yeah.
Like everyone's all things, especially when they're online. I mean, of course, Hollywood loves influencers because they're going to do whatever they want for money.
Right.
They're just going to, I mean, it's just advertising. And I'm just shocked to the extent to which the advertising works, right?
Yeah.
Like remember like back in the day when we used to watch commercials on television?
Yeah.
My eyes just kind of glazed over on those. I wasn't like, oh, I got to go out and get Tide because of the Tide commercial, or this soda because so-and-so is drinking Sprite.
Yeah.
And so it's like, who are people really like taking their cues from these influencers? Are they going to the movies that these influencers say go to?
That's what I've been trying to tell you for a few weeks is like your generation. And then of course I'm older than you, my generation, like, we don't get it. The younger generation does not have that kind of like, well, this is movies and this is not movies. And like everything is, as you just said, one person is everything. I think young people growing up nowadays look at content look at films and television as content, no different than a YouTube video or anything else. And I think there is a blurring of the lines with the way they look at it. And there's like, oh, this is quality, revered content, and that's coming from a studio, and it's an Oscar winner. To them, it's like, what do I like? What entertains me? I could give a shit about it, And so I think this is the natural progression of people like you who take some ownership, who were like, well, I don't see anything in black and white. I don't see anything before the 70s. This is a continuing of that attitude where it's like there's no respect for it. As you diminish the respect for film, it extends to the next generation who diminishes even more respect. And this is what we got now, is that everything is correlative. Everything is the same to a lot of the younger generation coming up. So for them, YouTube is no different than going to a movie theater. And that is a really hard thing to grasp and accept when we look at things now.
I disagree with you because it's like, how much education do I need to be an expert, right? Like, do I just need to spend my entire life educating myself on the movies of the past? And then you're completely, you don't know what the fuck is going on in modern times in your own generation.
You can find the middle ground.
Your time catching up on the classics. Okay. And like that's the thing. No one's going to stump me on movies made after 1996. Because that's when I started fucking paying attention.
That's true. Yeah.
Right. Like,
yeah.
And I educated myself, right, in the years that it's education time in the movies of the 80s and the 70s.
Right.
If you're born in the 70s, then your education is the movies of the 30s, the 40s, and the 50s.
Yes.
So yeah, I just I don't know. I every 10 years that go by, there's another 10 years of movie history.
Right. Right.
And it takes God knows how long just to catch up on 10 years. So it's like, are today's teens supposed to have watched movies from the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I think that's the thing. I think we have accepted, like, I think there were a lot of people who just said, well, we don't need to go back in time. And there was a kind of like arrogance about it. Like, no, I could see all I need here in the 90s and I'll get it. And now they're the same people who are like, well, why are these younger kids not revering blah, blah? Because they're not even revering movies in the 90s, Jeff. They're not even revering movies in the 90s. That's
right.
How
their education is narrowed. They don't need to educate themselves because AI is there and it just does the work for them. This generation is lazy.
That's what I wonder about. Like we were looking at it, and this is a longer conversation or a bigger conversation, right? Because we look at the idea of the ratings going down with the Oscars, right? And everyone's like, well, it's because they're not nominating fan favorite movies. They're not nominating these bigger movies. And again, I can see some logic in that. But the Oscars used to be the place that well, it still is actually. It is the place you go to have the artistic films be recognized, right? But less and less people are seeing artistic films. And that relates to what I said earlier with A24. Like less and less people are going to see these kinds of movies, or if they are seeing them, they're seeing them at home, right? And that generation is going to start dying out. And so so we are going to lose like the classic movies. We're totally going to lose TCM. We're totally going to lose the reverence for these black and white films. That is coming. That is absolutely coming because we as a society do not make more of an effort to revere these kinds of movies, celebrate these kind of movies, uplift these kind of movies. I mean, Zaslav was going to kill the TCM channel because it wasn't hitting the ratings numbers that they were anticipating. Why?
And those ratings are only going to get worse.
Yes, they are 100%.
Yeah.
No matter how many festivals or cruises they do, they are not going to be able to build up the numbers on TCM.
Those movies are artifacts because if today's kids want to watch old movies, then they're like, oh, I'll watch a classic from the 90s.
Right. And so it makes me wonder how many of these studios give a fuck about their old movies because they're working with influencers that have no respect for the older movies. And they're not even putting out physical media of their old movies anymore, or even some of their most recent.
Who has physical media? Look at these DVDs behind me. I don't have a DVD player that works. Not that's like actively connected to my television. I'd have to go into my closet and dust off some fucking piece of machinery.
Yeah.
I get that everyone, is like physical media and all that, but it's expensive. It takes up space that we don't have. My apartment keeps shrinking and shrinking.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm glad Coda is getting a physical release, right?
Yeah, Coda, right? Yeah.
You shouldn't have to be an Apple TV Plus subscriber to see that movie.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I get it.
But it's so confusing because on the other side you see. Sorry, Jeff. Go. What were you saying?
Business. Like if there's a movie that you're have to digitize and do the restoration and all that shit that's from the 40s and nobody's going to watch it except for, I don't know, like archaeologists looking for fucking ancient artifacts of this civilization.
Well, that's why it's so confusing to me because now you see more and more movies, old movies. Like I just bought Shane in 4K. Why is Shane like? I'm just fascinated how many movies are being up-resed or being remastered in 4K in these higher end. And then we're starting to see 8K stuff coming. So eventually there will be 8K versions of these movies. So is there a massive gap happening where there's these like people like me who are absolutely on top of this stuff and want old movies to be seen in the best possible way, and the younger generation who gives two shits about it because everything they get is in 4K, 8K, 20K, HD. Like they don't give a shit, because they have.
I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. Look, like I'm there to watch a story. So whether it's a grainy movie that looks like it was made in the 60s, or it's something that looks more modern and smooth and everything, like just tell me a good story. I used to watch VHS movies that were recorded or like
ditto. Yeah.
So we weren't bitching then about I don't know, I can't, everybody's look a little fuzzy. Who cares?
I grew up, I'm old enough to where I had a black and white television as a young kid. Like I had my own black and white television. I think it was like a 13, 14-inch television that I had upstairs. And I watched some classic movies on my black and white television and was able to love them before I got a chance to see them in a theater, like in LA when they would do those things at the restoration houses. So So I get it. You can see a movie. A movie is good no matter what version it comes in. If a movie is good, it's good. Period. And it doesn't matter that.
I don't know how we got on this from the influencer thing.
Well, because the influencers are the ones that I think are, in a way, are corroding our movie conversations, our movie appreciations, our movie, I guess, dialogue about these movies and how they're seen. Because these studios don't care about quality anymore; they just care about selling. And you got to get the influencer with the big name so that they will sell your movie. We don't care about the critic. We don't care about even the consumer.
We don't want Leonardo DiCaprio to talk to any movie critics or any film reporters. We want to talk to the Kelsey brothers.
Right, the Kelsey brothers. Yeah, that kind of stuff. Isn't that corroding? Like you're saying, the town is dying. This is a way that the town is dying. The less that you make movies something to be revered, the less people will revere them, and the less important they'll be for people to go see them. And the influencers are a part of that happening.
The influencers would much rather that you watch their show than go watch a movie.
Yes, 100%. Yes.
Right. 100%. And maybe we're in the same boat since we take 2 hours out of people's week when they could be watching a fucking movie instead of us.
Well, we're talking about movies to inspire them to see movies.
That is true. We're trying to help you decide which movies to see.
Yes.
Whereas they're not trying to help you decide. They're just saying, well, this studio paid me money this week, so go see their movie.
Right.
So the problem is on the audience. Like, I don't blame that influencer for taking that deal.
It's your bag.
The audience for listening in the first place.
Right.
Don't you guys know that this opinion is bought and paid for?
Right. Yeah, and that's what I would love to train the audience to understand. And even with some of our fellow pundits in the sphere who are like mixing the tea, so to speak. Because I read Baz's review about Wicked 2, and he compared it to The Godfather. He said it was the same experience he had in the theater when he went to see The Godfather Part 2. What are you doing?
No one has any standards anymore, John. No one has any. Again, one battle after another being the best Paul Thomas Anderson movie. Are we just throwing away what this guy has done the last 25, 30 fucking years because we saw a movie that was good compared to all the shit that we see these days? It's crazy. Everything is new and everything is the best and everything is a masterpiece these days. It didn't used to be like this.
Yeah.
It's because people have no standards and they have even worse taste. Case in point, if you read my newsletter last night about A House of Dynamite.
Yes.
Holy shit. This movie is not good. And yet somehow the reviews were lovely and glowing coming out of the New York Film Festival. Is it that Netflix invited these critics and so they feel compelled to like the movie? I don't know what it is. These days, critics just write for each other and they write for the publicists who invited them. And no one writes about the audience. Take my word for it. This movie, you're going to watch it. Everyone's going to watch this Catherine Bigelow movie. By all means, check it out.
Yeah.
It's bad. It's her worst movie. It's worse than Detroit.
Wow. That's saying something because Detroit was not good.
Or read Justin Chang's New Yorker review. He's like, that's why this guy has a Pulitzer. He's a great writer.
Yeah.
And he knew exactly how to take this movie down a peg and cut its knees out.
Yeah, and again, I read Baz's thing today in Deadline, and I just was like, what is happening here, right? You are complicit. And listen, let's make it clear. Baz was a gossip columnist, okay? Baz was not like breaking hard news and breaking the studios. Like, he was a gossip columnist. And yes, all respect to him. It's a tough business to make it as a person who was Black. It is not an easy business to make it and become a voice in it. And he was in numerous things for many, many years, and then took the job at Deadline Hollywood. But then you read something like this and you go, okay, I get it. It's like a puff piece. But then he's actually reviewing the movie along with the puff piece and the stuff with the director. And that is blurring the lines. And that's where it becomes like, come on, what are we doing here?
You know? I agree. This is on the calendar for months, right?
Yes.
On Wicked 2's media strategy. Stop number one, right, is we're going to have John Chu doing a big interview with Deadline, and that's going to kick off the campaign. And we're going to have some glowing words from whoever writes that profile.
Right.
I mean, listen, I think Wicked 2 could be really good. I think you'll find out tomorrow. I think you'll find out tomorrow morning on FYC just how good I think it could be.
Oh, right. Fair point.
And it has apparently started screening for long lead press. But so I'm not going to sit here and say it's not the Godfather 2 of movies because I haven't seen it. But that is a ridiculous thing to say.
I will confidently say that it isn't. Not having seen one frame of it other than the trailers.
It's a ridiculous thing to say.
Yes, exactly.
And that's the problem. It's like he doesn't. I don't know if they do it on purpose or if you just don't know anymore how ridiculous you sound.
Yeah. But it extends out, doesn't it? Like, listen, I got no problem. If you're a pundit and you take money from a studio, go ahead, make your money, get your bag. I got no problem with it. You trying to tell me you're an objective person about this fucking film or this fucking studio or this fucking creative? Then no. Fuck you. Like,
I
no.
They are pretending, though. Who is pretending?
Some people are. So I've seen some pundits like who do stuff and then they're like, well, but this is my honest opinion on the movie.
I think critics are worse than the influencers.
Well, fair. Yes. Agreed.
I don't know if you said pundits, like that's what you meant.
I mean critics. I don't mean influencers.
Yeah. Influencers are like, no, we are influencers.
Yeah. Jake Paul, Speed. I got no problem with those.
Yeah. They're upfront about it.
It's the people in our business who think they can play both fucking sides. They don't admit,
they don't think of themselves as influencers when that's really kind of what they are.
Right. Because they know it's a sullied thing to be. They want to have both sides. They want to be able to swim in the influencer waters and make their money and boost their subscribers and, stroke their ego and be able to be seen as a serious movie critic, as a person.
Or filmmaker.
Yeah. Or what?
Or filmmaker.
Yes. Or even filmmaker. Yes.
We'll see how that goes on Monday.
Oh. That's right. You're going to see that one. So listen. So that's the thing that I say. It's like, okay. And this is not, listen, I know I see some, you're jealous. No, I don't go out to studios and go give me money. And when they come to me, I tell them if they're going to offer me anything. It's like, I'm going to give you my honest opinion of the movie, whether you fucking like it or not. That's very clear for me. I don't have a skin in the game. And so don't say this is about jealousy, or else I would be making moves to try to establish things with the studios, but I don't. I like staying independent because I don't want to sell myself out. And
I think Jay Scoot says, I think you guys are too close to this issue. It's a non-issue for the average cinephile. I mean, you're not wrong. This is inside baseball we're talking here, Jay Scoots.
Yeah.
The problem is that the average cinephile these days is actually not a cinephile at all.
But I think Jay Scoots is wrong. And let me tell you why, Jay. And it's no offense to you, Jay. I think it's a valid comment. Valid thought. Because people are now mixing critics because they see these critics become influencers. Now all critics are seen as people who are either bought or paid for, or people whose reviews are being influenced by the studio. And so now the entire realm of criticism does not have credit with the fan or with the movie of the cinephile as it used to have in the past. And I think you couldn't accuse Pauline Kael or Ebert or any of these people in the 70s, 80s, 90s, even in the early 2000s. I would have never accused Desson Howe of taking money, or Gleiberman or anything or Travers. Like, that would never occur to me. But now the new crop, there is a blurring of the lines, and that is bleeding out to all the movie critics. And now criticism is seen as something that can be bought and paid for, that is on the cheap, and that is not as revered as it was in the past.
It's a dumbing down of the whole audience.
Yes.
And all due respect to our viewers who thought this, but if the masterpieces these days are sinners in one battle after another, then the audience has changed, tastes have changed, standards have lowered.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's just like neither of these movies are real masterpieces. We can no longer agree on what a masterpiece is.
Yeah. And I don't want to hear from people getting mad about this. Like, own your shit. It's not about jealousy. Own your shit. Stop playing both sides. Have some fucking self-awareness and stop playing both sides. That's my issue with that. Anyway, all right. Somebody mentioned Soups. I don't blame Soups. Soups was exactly who he was from the beginning. I remember being interviewed by Soups, and I knew this guy's in the bag for the studios. This guy's in the bag for Superman or DC. When they put it on like that, it's very obvious. So you go, no, I get it. He's exactly who he said he was going to be from the beginning. I got no problems with that. It's people who try to pretend to be both. That's where my issues lie. And I think that's what's sullying the waters.
Hypocrites.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of hypocrites for sure. But anyway, let's move on from this, Jeff. And remember, your Streamlabs super chats are open, ladies and gentlemen. We only have 8 super chats. We usually have 20 by now. Please send in your love, your questions, thoughts, and comments. Jeff, should we get into our Keanu Reeves conversation? Is it time for the draft?
Yeah, let's do it. I want to fucking do it because I miss drafting. I like drafting with you. And Keanu's got a new movie this weekend. Did you see it?
I have not seen Good Fortune. I will be seeing it this weekend along with Black Phone 2. I skipped out.
Yeah, I might do the same thing because I have a free Saturday night for a change.
Hey.
In fact, I don't know if I want to let this cat out of the bag, but there's a movie that opened this weekend in like one tiny theater down in South Bay, so I may go and check that out.
What? Oh,
yeah, like people are doing like sneak Oscar qualifying runs.
Why would they do that?
They don't want it. They don't want to advert. Like it's either like they want you to watch the movie on streaming.
Yeah.
Or they're planning a theatrical release in January or February. There's a couple of these movies.
Okay. All right. It come out this weekend, huh? All right.
Yeah. Just check it. Check it on my Twitter. See if you can find it.
Okay. All right. Well, let's get into it. We're going to do our Keanu Reeves movie draft here in honor of Good Fortune coming out this weekend. So many great movies in the Keanu Reeves sphere there. You see Matrix, you see Point Break, you see John Wick, you see Bill and Ted, you see Scanner Darkly even gets in the mix for Keanu Reeves and the amazing work that he's done. And you guys know Jeff and I do this draft. I think, how do you want to go? You want to go to 10? You want to go 12? How far you want to go?
No, I think we could probably get, you think we can do 10 each?
I think 10 each. Ooh, that's a good question.
Not a lot of movies, but
yeah.
I don't know if he has a lot of good movies.
Well, as long as we can count
let's do 5. Let's do 5 to start, and then if we want to extend it, another 5. If we're like, oh, there's a bunch.
Okay, that sounds good. All right, so who goes first?
Whether you want, the first, or I'm going to offer it to you because I think I had the choice last time.
Oh, you did? Okay, well, yeah, I guess I should go first, and I know that means I'm going to lose out on 2 really big ones, but I'm going to go first. And obviously, I'm going to take The Matrix. Come on. I mean, that's not even a question. That's his greatest film, I think, ever. And The Matrix is my choice at number 1.
I don't blame you there. Okay. All right. I'm going to go with number 2.
Okay.
Speed.
Oh, of course. Of course. That's a Jeff Snyder film for sure.
Yeah, Jack Traven is one of the great action heroes. I can't believe we only got 1 movie with this guy.
Yeah.
Number 2, it's a tough call for me.
Okay.
But I gotta have Johnny Utah on the squad.
Wow, you took Point Break.
Yeah, I gotta do Point Break at number 3.
Listen, I can't fault you for that. I mean, that would have been my next choice if you hadn't taken that one. So I respect that greatly. That's such a fun movie, man. John Wick would be my choice, the first one, at number 2 for me.
All right, so Matrix, Speed, John Wick. The first one is your pick?
Yeah, the first one is my pick, yes. I love that first one so much.
Okay. Well, in that case, this is tough. I'm going to go with his other franchise.
Oh.
And give me Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Good choice. Good choice. I got no pushback on that. All right. Well, then I'm going to go with one that I think is going to hurt you deeply that I take from you because you love big proclamations from actors. And I know the Devil's Advocate is the choice because I know you love Pacino and his hammy performance in that movie.
It didn't. I mean, I like that movie, but you didn't kill me there.
Really? That's surprising. I thought you'd love Pacino. I have so many names. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna go with a little movie called Parenthood.
Oh yeah, nice. That's a good one.
Love Parenthood. He was really good as, what was he, Martha Plimpton's boyfriend?
Yes, he was Martha Plimpton's boyfriend.
Yeah.
And who was his friend in the movie?
His friend? Ooh.
Who was Martha Plimpton's brother in that movie?
I mean, Joaquin, right?
Well, no. Joaquin. Yes, Joaquin. Yes.
Sorry. Okay.
Good choice. All right. I'm going to go with one of my personal favorites now at number 4, because I cannot go without this one. Constantine. I fucking love Constantine, and I love him in Constantine. So, in lieu of taking another John Wick, I have to take that one.
All right. You can have Constantine. Okay. Give me. I gotta do it. Give me My Own Private Idaho.
Ooh, yeah. I was wondering when that was going to pop up.
Yeah, I mean that's one of his best performances. Gus Van Sant, he's fantastic.
All right, I'm going to choose one that I remember seeing in the theater and just put the hook in me, but good. And I haven't seen this one in a bit, but I remember the last time I watched it, I was just as impressed with it the first time as I was the first time. A Scanner Darkly.
No, that movie was bad.
They are insane. That's a damn good movie.
I think I reviewed that for Ain't It Cool News. No, that was a mess.
It's so insane.
Great trailer though. I love that trailer.
It's a good trailer. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
You've started to falter towards the end. Do you want to do another 5? And
how dare you? I'm good. I love these movies.
All right, we're gonna do another 5 apiece.
All right, we'll see if we can get to another 5. Go ahead.
Yeah, you've really stumbled here. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna go with Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Talk about stumbling. You're gonna go with his horrible accent in that movie. Are you insane?
We're not doing Keanu Reeves' performances. We're doing the movies. And Dracula, Francis Ford Coppola, is a good movie for this spot.
You say so. It's so melodramatic. You know what's a better movie? Frankenstein. Out in theaters this weekend. Go and see it, everybody. I'll have my review.
Really? Is it out in theaters this weekend?
Yeah, out in theaters this week, October 17th.
Like I'm telling you guys, I'm a film expert. I've been staring at an AMC app for hours this week. I bought so many advanced tickets. I had no idea Frankenstein was this weekend.
Frankenstein showtimes. Here we go. Fandango.
Crazy.
Oh, the 23rd. Oh, so I guess it's next weekend. My apologies. But the poster said October 17th. So did they push it 1 week or something?
I don't know. It's impossible to keep up with this stuff.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, no, the film would be opening in select theaters on October 17th. So it is going to be in some select theaters this weekend. So yeah.
Okay, I'll take a look out for it.
It has to be in LA for fuck's sake. All right, so what did you? Oh, you took Dracula. All right, I'm going to take the most recent John Wick 4. I mean, keep me riveted for almost 3 hours. It's pretty amazing.
Dude, that's the worst John Wick. I can't believe you took that over 2 and 3.
2 is dog shit. I don't know what you're talking. 2 is dog shit.
No way, dude. 4 was the worst one. It was endless. It just like keep falling down those stairs, Chief. Okay. Let me see here.
I'm still going strong. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm the one going strong, bro. And that's why with the next pick, we're going with Duke Kaboom! Toy Story 4.
Yeah. All right. That's fair. I totally respect that. That's a good one. All right. I'm going to try to elevate us because Jeff wants to always be down in the muck. And I'm going to put Much Ado About Nothing, a fantastic follow-up from Henry 5 for Kenneth Branagh. And although Keanu's maybe not the strongest actor in the movie, as Jeff said, this is about the movie itself, and Much Ado About Nothing is a fantastic Shakespeare adaptation of a tough play, actually. So, yeah. There we go. I'll put that on there.
Taking a movie that obviously everybody's yelling at us in the comments for having not taken yet, I will take River's Edge at this point.
Oh, River's Edge, right. Yeah, go ahead. It never was my thing, so. All right. So I think I beat Andraco with River's Edge, if I remember correctly. Or maybe it was Private Idaho. I can't remember. I know that drove him crazy. Okay, so then my next choice is Hardball. I really enjoyed Hardball. Small little film with Keanu teaching this inner city group of kids baseball as punishment for his gambling addiction, and Diane Lane being a part of this as well. So I like Hardball. That's a good movie, bro.
It's okay. I don't mind Hardball.
Oh my Lord.
It's a decent pick at this point.
How dare you?
All right. Those John Wick movies are looming large, and I may need one of them on my roster. But for now,
you have to give in at some point. Yes.
For now, I think I'm gonna go with. Oh God, that movie's looming there too. Okay. I know I'm on the clock. Where is it? I'm gonna go with Dangerous Liaison.
Oh, nice.
He plays Chevalier Raphael Dansani.
That is a good movie. I'm not going to deny you that movie. Okay. I can't believe you took Dracula. That's hilarious. So I guess I will take another personal favorite that I thought got unfairly vilified when it came out. But for me as a Latino, with this Latino director, it spoke to me. And that is The Lake House. I think The Lake House is an unfairly underappreciated film. And I think him and Sandra have fantastic chemistry together, just like they did in Speed. And this was a very moving movie. And it's one of those rare rom-coms that I still go back and watch. So
was that your last movie?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, I think it's 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. Matrix, Wick, Advocate, Constantine, Darkly, Wick 4, Much Ado, Hardball, Lake House. I got one more.
I gotta mess up. Okay.
You picked twice, right? So
I have one more, yeah.
Yeah, I think so, because you picked twice.
Okay. I see what I did here. Okay. For the last pick.
Go ahead.
Do I want a Wick sequel? Do I want a Matrix sequel?
All right.
Or do I want the best sequel? Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey.
The second one.
It wasn't enough for me to just have the Excellent Adventure. The truth is, I love Bogus Journey just as much, and I need both Bill and Ted movies.
All right, that's fair. What do I have left on my list now? I think I have 3 of them left. Okay. Damn, I already took that one. Wait, I don't want to take another Wick. I didn't think it would come down to that. So I will take Sonic the Hedgehog 3. I thought he was damn good in that as Shadow, and I thought that was a fun movie. So I will take Sonic the Hedgehog there at number 3. Or sorry, as my last choice. No, wait, I changed my mind. I am taking Keanu. That's the perfect way to end this list, is to take Keanu. I loved that movie. I thought it was hilarious, and he was so awesome to do the voice of the cat for Key and Peele in that movie. So I will end my list by adding Keanu as my final choice.
I got to echo Adam Jimenez here. Something's got to give. You didn't want that one?
I was close to taking that one, but it's not really one I go back to and watch all the time. But it is a damn good movie. It is a damn good movie. So I'm not gonna. And I didn't want to go with a sympathetic favor just to play to the crowd and take a Diane Keaton film. No offense.
I thought you might go with Street Kings.
I thought it was okay. I didn't like it as much as I was hoping I would, to be honest.
I think people thought I was going to take Knock Knock or Neon Demon.
I thought you were going to take Neon Demon for sure.
Couldn't stand Neon Demon. Or like The Bad Batch. Jesus Christ.
Oh, yeah. I remember that one.
Yeah, was he in that?
No, I don't like The Replacements. I did not like The Replacements.
Always Be My Maybe is good.
Yeah?
I thought you were going to take that.
No, I haven't seen that one.
Really? The Netflix movie?
Yeah, the one with Ali Wong, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't see that one.
No one took The Gift.
Yeah, nah. That ain't my jam either.
Yeah. Okay, I will recap my list, and then John can do his.
Yeah.
I wound up, and you guys can decide and who won this one. I have Speed, I have Point Break. I have Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure and Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. I have Parenthood. Then I've got his real acting movies, My Own Private Idaho, River's Edge, Dangerous Liaisons, plus Dracula and Toy Story 4.
There you go. It's a strong list. I think you might have won.
Whoa. Wait, what is this comment here below?
Which one?
Jeff and John
Shipper
is a mid movie. I overrate that movie so much. Do you think I overrate that movie?
I mean, he said it.
No. Do you think I overrate Speed?
No, I love Speed. I think Speed is great. Are you kidding? I think Speed's fantastic.
That is a crazy comment.
Yeah,
Actually did a whole Speed podcast and everybody loved it because everybody loves that movie. It's like the perfect Hollywood blockbuster. What are you talking about?
It still holds up too.
Super
I watched it last year. Yeah,
you're crazy. Okay, go give us your 10, John.
All right, so I started off with The Matrix. I went to John Wick, then Devil's Advocate, Constantine, A Scanner Darkly, John Wick 4, Much Ado About Nothing, Hardball, The Lake House, and Keanu. So a good, nice mixture of Keanu's performances throughout the years, and some of the ones that don't get enough love, in my opinion, for how good they are as movies. So yeah, I like my choices.
This wasn't your finest hour, John.
How dare you? How dare you?
Thank you for doing it with me.
Yours is top heavy, man. Yours is top. It's like it's falling over like a Lego thing.
All right. Well, I guess it's time for the questions.
Yeah. Well, any reviews? Did you see anything at all that you can talk about?
Everything.
Yeah. Okay. Anything you recommend?
Yes, I actually like the movies that I watched this week. I saw Bradley Cooper's movies, This Thing On.
Okay.
Which I really liked.
Okay.
Will Arnett was great. I think that's going to be a crowd pleaser. And then I saw It Was Just an Accident, the Iranian movie, which was good, much better than Seed of the Sacred Fig. And the ending was quite memorable.
Okay. All right. Have you started on the John Wayne Gacy Peacock series? Are you going to watch that at all?
Started it, bro. I finished it like weeks ago.
Okay, well, it just came out. That's why
I want to actually. I would love to write about it tonight, but I just don't have the time. Maybe tomorrow. I want to write a thing about that and Ed Gein. Two very different approaches.
Yeah.
To true crime. I liked Gacy. Didn't love it.
Okay.
I really agreed with like THR, where it's like your mileage is going to vary, and you know, if you are the kind of person who really likes Monster, you might think that this show is a little dull. It goes on too long. I know that much. It's one or two too many episodes.
Fair point. My After the Hunt review is up on the channel now. I put it up this morning. I liked it. I didn't think it was great. It was good, but I think they were. He was trying to say too much. The script was trying to say too much, and didn't invest more into specifically getting to the core of what the issues were. And as I said, I really loved Frankenstein. I'll talk about it. I'll do a review probably tomorrow sometime. And I highly recommend it. So I'd heard some mixed stuff, and then I went and see it, and I had a blast last night. So
was it surprising, or was it exactly what you expected?
No,
from
it was surprisingly good. I'll tell you why, Jeff, because Guillermo, to me, and I'll be honest, because I'm always honest in my opinion, Guillermo, when he gets there, like Shape of Water or Hellboy, he's great. When he doesn't get there, like Crimson Peak and some of the other stuff, he's lightweight, and he indulges in himself too much. Has that James Gunn disease. And I think in this film, he nailed it. It is operatic. It is massive. It's a musical without musical numbers, and I liked it. And Oscar Isaac is so good. And Lordy should get nominated. My only issue with the movie is Mia Goth. I thought she was miscast. And so other than that, I think the movie is stellar. It really is. And Christoph is good as well. And there's a lot of blood and gore. He does not cut out the blood and gore, both animal and human. So enjoy that. All right, let's get to the questions. As Jeff was saying, let's go to Samuel Willett. Says The Lanterns is the next DCU project, but we barely have anything on it. No release date, no teaser trailer, and simply no news. Please, Jeff and John, tell me you guys have something. Yeah.
Well, I don't understand what the expectation is with this. And like, are you expecting a piece of casting that hasn't been announced? Are you expecting a review of a show that hasn't been shown to anybody? like you want a release date. I think that the release date will be in the first half of next year.
Yeah.
I think it will arrive sooner rather than later.
Yep.
I mean, when is Supergirl due?
I think it's in March of next year.
No.
I think no.
Supergirl? No.
Supergirl release?
June or July?
No, July. You're right. No, sorry, June 26, 2026.
I think you're going to see Lanterns before then because I think it'll be eligible for the next Emmy cycle, just like the Penguin was.
Oh, yeah.
So I think you'll see it before May.
Yeah, they're saying early 2026, but they're not saying when in early 2026. And I imagine we'll get a Lanterns or Supergirl trailer in the next couple of weeks to kind of drown out the piece.
When does the Pit arrive?
Pit's in January. I know that.
Lanterns will be in February, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, HBO loves to launch stuff in January, but I wouldn't want to take any eyeballs off the Pit. So
yeah.
I mean, maybe March. I mean,
yeah.
I have no idea. It depends on the rest of the TV landscape.
We should get a trailer soon, though, I would imagine. Luke James says, Jeff, you handsome mofos. Hope you're well. Thank you, Luke. Appreciate it. Cody Hunt asks his thoughts on WB's rejection of the boycott of Israel. First of all, let's look at this situation, right? Jeff and I have said this numerous times, and we're not going to comment on it. And if you're going to send a $2 super chat and expect us to dive into a controversial subject like this, I believe you're insulting us. But go ahead, Jeff. I have nothing to say on this.
I'm happy to answer it for $2 because I am Jewish, and this is the right decision. Just like it was Paramount's right decision to be like, no, we're not doing this. So, congrats to all those fucking actors who had to sign their name to the first petition that crossed their desk. I don't think.
Wait, no. You don't get to denigrate those people. Those are if they believe that you don't. If you support Israel, that's nonsense. Like both sides of this equation, there are people who legitimately have explored this issue and legitimately have strong feelings about it and signed it. They didn't sign the first thing that came across their desk. They signed it because they believed in it. Don't denigrate them, man. Don't do that. Come on. All right, are we good? I'm just saying.
There's two sides to every story.
There is, and I give respect to both sides. I give respect to both sides. I think both sides of people sign those letters that they sign because they legitimately believe that. That's what I think.
I keep signing letters, folks.
Yeah, well, that's a fair. It's
comment. Nice to see Warner Brothers and Paramount be like, nope, goodbye.
Yeah. Sean Peterson says, still think WB Paramount is dead. Praying it won't be. Well, Jeff, you wrote about this in the newsletter, right? You went deeper into this idea of Paramount buying WB.
I don't think that's happening. Read the newsletter for a long explanation of why. But what exactly would David Ellison get out of this besides bragging rights? What does Warner Brothers have that he doesn't have?
Right.
Basketball rights? Who gives a shit?
What do you think about the news? I don't know if you saw this week that Saudi Arabia might be getting into buying a film studio in Hollywood. I feel like that we've said that seems to be inevitable, right? So
I mean, again, people just want to take the money. So I don't think that anyone's, there hasn't been that much blowback from the comedy festival. I know there were a couple of days of headlines and stuff like that, but trust me, the most of the performers that went are not giving back the money or donating to charity.
Yeah. Yes, there is. And get the fuck out of here if you have a problem with it. Okay, I'm so tired of you crybabies bitching about shit. You don't want to watch the show. You don't want to then get the fuck out of the show. I'm serious. Like I don't need your fucking money. I'm just saying, if you want to send in and ask us a really deep question, have some respect for us and know that that's a higher level thing to ask people. That's all I'm saying. If that's a problem, again, get the fuck out of the show. Sorry, Jeff. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, I just. Who knows who will buy Warner Brothers? Maybe it'll be Elon Musk. Maybe it'll be Google. I don't fucking know. What were we even talking about? I don't even remember.
He was just saying the W Paramount thing is dead. Gregory Dog, could Hugh be like the original Professor X mentor? No, I think that'd be a bad idea.
Comic book questions hurt my head.
Played Out says, since we agree Jeff is establishment resistant to change and focused on benefiting from the existing order, do you feel the show might benefit from a segment where you spar on political issues? No, not at all. Not at all.
Yeah, would the show benefit? I'm not a very political guy. I believe what I believe, and I don't really care to do the research about the other side. So I'm a stubborn asshole, and yeah, go Jews.
Well, I mean, all right, never mind. I'm not going to say that. Wacky Wally says, you need to watch Zodiac in 4K. That'll change your minds. A stunning Hellraiser, not so much. Well, Wacky, I've said I enjoy the 4K adaptations of these films, so I don't know what mine needs to be changed there.
They're not adaptations. I could watch Zodiac in 0K. It wouldn't fucking change the fact that it's a masterpiece. It could be in 20K. Does the movie get 5 times better if we figure out a way to put it in 20K? It's just like, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit about aspect ratios. I don't give a shit about any of this stuff. I'm a story nerd. That's why I have better taste than people.
There you go. Alan Smith says, Jeff, it's my job to help people digitize 1940s movies, and we do have screenings, and people do show up to watch. If you don't like old movies, fine, but stop ripping on others who do. It sounds ignorant. Well, Alan, you're saying that in LA. If you were doing this in another town, not LA, how many people would show up to a 1940s movie, right?
Nobody.
Really? Right. Yeah.
It's not that there are certainly old movies that I like in general. No. Most old movies have hokey acting. I mean, yeah, I think a lot of old movies are overrated.
Oof. Wow. Yeah, I can't go there.
Give me The Insider over The Godfather.
You're an insane person.
Insane or correct?
No, insane. Insane. Fred says, hey, Hot Mike, people sometimes mix best with favorite, especially when they talk about the arts. My favorite movie isn't the same as the best I've seen. Yes, Fred, that's the standard thing for everybody. Yes, your best is not always your favorite movie. The best movie is not always the favorite. Like the best Spielberg movie he's ever done is Schindler's List. Is that my favorite movie? No, but that's the best movie he's ever done, in my opinion. But Jaws is probably my favorite.
Yeah, The Crow isn't the best movie ever made. It's just one of my favorite movies.
Yeah. That Shadow says, John and Jeff, have you guys watched The Last Frontier and Murdaugh Death in the Family, both starring Jason Clarke? Well, that Shadow interviewed Jason Clarke. It's up on the channel. We had a fun time talking for 10 minutes. I have seen 8 episodes of The Last Frontier. I'm going to finish it out soon, but I've not seen Death in the Family of Murdaugh. What about you, Jeff? You seen either one of these?
I saw Last Frontier. It's good.
Yeah.
My brother called actually last night to say he'd watched the first episode, and he also thought it was good.
Yeah.
Haven't seen Murdaugh. Definitely will dive into that one. And again, guys, remember on your comments, like you need to be specific, because if you're like, well, that was this and this was that. I say a lot of things in these last, in any given moment of the show. So right. I don't know what you're responding to. I don't know what crazy thing I said.
Right. Fiona George, I'm not that familiar with the Jetsons, but it will be cool to see Jim Carrey again in something apart from the Sonic Hedgehog films. I'm sure he's great in those. Could be a fun project for him. Yeah, I'm just happy that Jim's back doing stuff. I missed him, so.
Agreed. I think he's a really exciting performer. And a good get for the Jetsons movie. I mean, he is a draw for families and family films still, just like Jack Black.
Good point. Wiley Todd says, I just watched What Lies Beneath for the first time. I loved it. Favorite early 2000s thriller. Jeff, early 2000s thriller.
I don't know. Actually, I mean, it's not my favorite, but this was from the year 2000, wasn't it?
Oh, American Psycho. Oh, yeah. Sure.
That's a thriller from 2000.
You're stumping hard for your boy lately. Bret Easton Ellis.
What can I say? Guy's right.
I'd say Panic Room was a damn good thriller. I like that one from Fincher. I think
good
that was a good one, right?
Good answer, John.
I like that film. All right, let's see if we've got any Streamlabs that have come through here that we'll answer on the show. If not, we're out of questions, Jeff. We're already maybe done with the show. We'll see.
No, it's too early. Jimenez, what did I say that so offended you? What was the craziest thing I've ever said? I'm so curious.
Craziest thing you've ever said. That's a hell of an ass. All right, here we go. Okay, we have some here, Jeff. Let's go through these. Wild Billy Wednesday says, hey, thanks for doing the show, guys, and a great watch. Variety reported that W spent $130 million on production, $30 million on marketing for one bell after another, and ticket sales are split 50. We talked about this already, Wild Billy. Is that generally true for the film business, that ticket sales are split 50-50 between studios and theaters? Because if a 50-50 split is maybe generally true and studios spend money on production and marketing, why do the theaters earn 50% unless they contribute something for their films that I may not know about besides displaying films in the theaters? Well, I would say, well, Billy, you're really denigrating the fact that they display the movies in the theaters, because that's the whole fucking reason anyone goes to see the movies.
Right.
Is because they display them in the theaters.
They have to pay rent. They have to keep the lights on. What? This is a partnership, and it does, like, one doesn't work without the other.
Yeah.
You can't have movie theaters without movies playing them, and you can't have movies without theaters to play them in.
Exactly. You're not going to make any money putting them on TV all the time, you know? Jackman says, John and Jeff say Jim Carrey is open. It says that Jim Carrey, John and Jeff, I've heard them say that Jim Carrey is open to reprising his role in The Mask sequel. Why hasn't WB greenlit this movie? I would say because he's 63 years old, and I don't know how many people are clamoring for a Mask sequel with Jim Carrey, Jeff.
Yeah, New Line's not doing it because somebody stopped them. No, I mean, who gives a shit about The Mask? Like, Jim Carrey and Cameron Diaz, we're going to bring them back now?
New generation doesn't care about that shit. They don't.
Okay. But Jimenez, since I asked you the question, you said you're mad that I said old movies have hokey acting. I will stand by that. It's not that there aren't any good actors that came out of the 30s or 40s or 50s.
Right.
There certainly were. But if you're telling me to put like today's, I could take any average actor. I could take Bill Camp, a character actor, stick him in a movie from the 30s or 40s. He'd be the best actor on the fucking screen. Tell me like Jessica Chastain and Gyllenhaal and all these people. Like, there was no like drama. Like, were there drama schools back in the day? Like,
yes.
Is it a big deal to have gone to a big drama school?
You're using your eyes from 2025. What they were doing back then was considered the top acting style from back then.
Chaplin's a genius. I mean,
but that's silent films. That's a different conversation. Notice that Chaplin didn't make that jump to talkies except for 1.5 movies. You know,
Montgomery Clift is a better actor than Michael Stuhlbarg. No, I don't buy it. Sorry.
Oh, dude, you're insane. Okay. Montgomery Clift in that scene in Judgment Nuremberg, I'll put up against any scene with Michael Stuhlbarg. Any scene with Michael Stuhlbarg. And him
an actor, but I just don't think that those old movie stars have the talent that today's generation.
You think Katharine Hepburn doesn't have the talent of Meryl Streep? That's what you're fucking saying.
That's the thing.
Spencer Tracy.
They apply something that you say to a fucking like a blanket. Well, it means everything.
You blanketed. You just said those actors. You didn't say specific.
In general, there are exceptions to the fucking rule. Yeah, Katharine Hepburn's a great actress. She's a better actress than Ariana Grande.
But who's the in general? Because now you're discounting Bette Davis, you're discounting Marlon Brando, you're discounting all.
I'm not discounting any of them. I'm saying in general, the average actor from back in the day couldn't hold a candle to the average actor today. Couldn't hold a candle.
You're so wrong.
Not to mention just in terms of competition alone.
You're so insane. You're so insanely wrong on this. I can't even. 20
zillion times more people, more actors. It takes way more talent to stand out than it used to.
Really? Gina Carano? Come on. Let's see. Benjamin Nichols says, halfway through one battle after another at the Vista last Friday, a woman started yelling halfway through one battle after another at the Vista last Friday, a woman started yelling at the crowd. It looked like she had a gun. Everyone stampeded out. We made it several blocks before calling 911. I don't know if she was ever apprehended. Scary.
Was she pregnant? Maybe it was Teyana Taylor.
It was cosplay.
Exactly.
Well, this is one of the reasons I moved out of LA, man, because more and more crazy shit was happening before I left. So no surprise.
Sure. No one's going to blame you there.
Yeah, no surprise. I'm sad to see it at the Vista because that's one of the theaters, one of the only theaters showing it in Vista Vision. So the fact that these people had their experience ruined by one unstable person, I think is a shame on so many levels. So, and sorry about that, Benjamin. I've been in a situation like that down in Echo Park where two guys were shooting each other across the street. It was a fucking insane experience. So yeah, I hear you, man. LA's no joke. It's not for the weak. Samuel says, do you think Sony should reboot Short Circuit, but with a focus on AI? They got IP they haven't looked back into. Also, which 80s classic do you think should be remade with a modern touch? Jeff, I got to be honest with you. As a child of the 80s, I don't think there's any of those films that should be remade because there's no audience for it anymore. I really don't. I don't think there's any. Do you?
I mean, it depends on what it is. I think War Games would be good.
Oh,
you could do War Games. You could do even something like, remember Cloak and Dagger?
Oh yeah, the Dabney Coleman one, of course. With I think was it Henry Thomas who was in there?
There's a lot of movies from the 80s that you could remake and modernize that I think would be interesting. One of my favorites being Plain Clothes. But what was the Short Circuit? Yes, I think we're kind of sick of the whole AI is evil.
Yeah.
Right? Let's have AI be the hero. Let's have fucking Johnny 5 with an AI in there. And he could be. I mean, I love those movies.
Yeah. Johnny 5 is alive. Come on. A couple of cutlets cutting up. It says, John and Jeff, hope your day is going well and watch a movie this weekend. Do you guys know if Jeremy Allen is going to come back for the next season of The Bear or have a reduced role? Also, I think Jeremy Strong should have won the Oscar for Kieran. I don't. Over Kieran Culkin. Oh, Jeremy Strong should have won for.
I mean, that's anyone who saw those movies and has eyeballs and a working brain would think the same thing.
Oh, I agree, 100%. It's only because it was a Trump movie. It's only because it was a Trump movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
A much better performance. What was the first part of the question?
If Jeremy Allen White is coming back for next season of The Bear.
No, they made the new season of The Bear without the star. They made Seinfeld without Jerry.
Right. I mean, they did Roseanne without Roseanne. It did eventually happen. But yeah.
Jeremy Allen White will be back for The Bear. Yes.
Probably, yes. Doug Developer says, the world is crazy, guys. Hypothetical question. It's the year 2031. A Democrat is president. Trump has passed away for a few years. Do you think entertainment will remain right-leaning or will it go back to taking chances on more progressive stories? Has entertainment changed? I feel like it hasn't changed. I feel like there's still just as many progressive stories. I think the better question to ask is, will people be going to see these progressive stories or right-leaning stories? Because Hollywood doesn't give a fuck. They care about money. And if people are going to see more right-leaning stories than progressive stories, then it's on the audience that is telling Hollywood that these are the kind of movies we want to see. Jeff, your thoughts on
I think Hollywood needs to listen to the audience more and make the movies that we want to see instead of just like getting some prized filmmaker in the room and be like, well, what do you want to do? You know, we're down to just do whatever you want. Because that's how half these fucking movies get made. And you're like, why did they even make this movie? Oh, because some powerful director wanted to make it.
Yeah, exactly.
Not because the executives felt good about it.
Yeah.
It's because they just want to preserve that relationship. So everybody just goes along to get along these days.
Yes. So annoying.
It's again, it's the same people who are in charge that were running the game when I got to town 20 years ago. Yeah. So taste can't have changed that much. It's the same people.
Yeah. 34 Virgo says best 5 trailer to anticipate for these last by December. I don't know what that means.
What are the 5 best trailers to anticipate before the end of the year? That's an easy one.
Okay, go ahead.
Scream 7.
Okay. All right. I'll let you answer that. I don't have an answer to that one.
Scream 7.
Eddie Alidia says, just saw Eleanor the Great. Solid debut for ScarJo. Oh, yeah, that's out in theaters as well, Jeff.
That'll be on my Plex soon enough. That's a Plex movie. I do want to see it.
I hear you. Jordan Ross Weinhold. Nice picture there, Jordan. Saw Kiss of the Spider-Woman. Okay, not great. Which films won't people see coming at awards?
Kiss of the Spider-Woman, bro. Now, we should do an interview with this guy. Is the one guy who saw Kiss of the Spider-Woman this week. What movies won't people see coming at awards time?
Well, Jordan, if you have a camera and a mic and decent lighting, I could send you the address. You can come on and tell us what you thought.
The world's first review of the Kiss of the Spider-Woman. What movies will people not see coming?
Yeah,
that's a good question.
At awards, I think some of the foreign films, right? I mean, they're starting to get a little play. I'm starting to get invited to some of these screenings in LA, which I never go to because I can't drive up for those things.
I think, you know what? In fact, it's the movie that hit today.
What's that?
It's the trailer. Did you watch the trailer for The Secret Agent?
Yes. isn't that the Wagner Moura one, right? The Wagner Moura one?
That looks like a great movie. And that's going to be a movie that I think, pops up in major categories that people won't see coming.
Yeah, God, these are the times that I miss living in LA because there are so many. I'm getting invited to so many, and I want to see these films. But
it's the season, baby. These are the times to hang on to.
I think next year I'm going to rent a house for a month in LA and just go to all the screenings for the award stuff. I hate missing out on this stuff and seeing it ahead of time. And I think I can I can validate it financially and have it as a write-off, because it's content for the channel. We'll see. Anyway. All right, that's all. Oh, wait, one more here. That Shadow. Is James Spader's return as Ultron in Vision Quest feel like a one-off, or could Marvel do more with Ultron? Probably a question for John. I like his return. I would probably assume it's a one-off because they kind of want to wrap that up. But I can't imagine they would keep going with him as Ultron.
Yeah, James Spader's the new Iron Man.
Hey, that would be fun. Eddie Lydia says think Nuremberg will be good. The trailer was weird. Yeah, that's another screening that's happening this week.
I am nervous about it, but I do think it'll be good.
Yeah,
I do. Yeah,
I've heard positive things from some people who've seen it, which is surprising.
I've heard positive things as well. Again, I'm nervous, but it is from James Vanderbilt, who can be a good writer.
Okay, all right. All right, that's it, Jeff. Shall we wrap up? Anything else you want to talk about?
What do I want to talk about? Yeah, let's talk about.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, we again, John and I are going to be selling merch soon. I'm going to get him on a call with my bro, and we're going to need pre-orders though, right? Cool. So
right.
That's probably the way we're going to end up doing it. Especially if you guys want to customize your colors, because I did black and purple.
Yeah.
And we'll offer more than just hats. It'll be like hoodies and all kinds of stuff I think my brother can print up.
Great.
And it'll be perfect in time for the holidays. And it'll be on a shop that's a limited edition shop. So it'll be open for 2 weeks, and that's it.
There you go.
We'll get all the orders in those 2 weeks, and then we'll bring them to the hat manufacturer or whatever, and try to get them out in time for the holidays. So stay tuned on that front. Meanwhile, we got thousands of people here watching the show, guys. I know we say it every week. Subscribe to the newsletter. I mean,
yeah.
What are you doing? If you need a discount, just DM me. Just shoot me an email. Yeah. I'll give you the emails. theinsnider@gmail.com. Shoot me an email. Say, hey, it's tough this month with the holidays coming up, or I just got laid out from my job. Whatever it is, I'll give you the discount. Won't even question it. Okay, I won't even think twice. So, new subscribers, sign on up, because we're gonna have a lot of exciting Oscar stuff, and I am starting to pound the pavement again. I haven't broken that much stuff these last few weeks. I felt guilty about it.
Okay.
But I've been reaching out to sources more, and I'm holding certain stories for people, and I think that there will be some good stuff coming in the next few weeks.
There you go. That's good stuff. You know what I always say, please subscribe to the channel down below. As Jeff says, we have thousands of people that watch us here on the channel, and I'm still 50 away from 40,000. And the thing is, more people that subscribe to the channel, the more people I can get on to be guests on the channel, maybe even be guests and joining Jeff and I on the hot mic for interviews or whatever.
Nothing to hit that button, guys.
Yeah, it costs nothing to hit that button and hit the bell button so you know what's happening for sure. Jeff, this just broke, so I got to get your thoughts on this. Let me bring the picture up real quick, but this is reporting in a number of places. But Ace Frehley has passed away from Kiss. This is just breaking now over the last last few minutes. Ace Frehley, co-founder, lead guitarist of the legendary rock band Kiss, and a member of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, has died following injuries suffered during a fall last month. He passed away today, though, according to a statement from his family. He was 74. They're devastated and heartbroken. In his last moments, we were fortunate enough to have been able to surround him with loving, caring, peaceful words, thought, prayers, and intentions as he left this earth. I don't know what your experience is with Kiss, Jeff, but that was a big deal in the 70s and 80s when I was growing up. So sad to see him pass on. Only at 74, Jeff. So young.
Yeah, I called my dad to break the news to him, and he was like caught off guard because no one had heard that he was sick or anything. Again, right. He's suffered a fall last month and just passed away from a result of those injuries. 74, still had some time left, so it's a bummer. Dad had been looking forward to, I think, his next album. I think I came out in the Schmodown sometimes to Back in the New York Groove.
Oh yeah. I think I remember that.
Obviously an iconic musician, and I think they're trying to make a Kiss movie, or they already filmed it or something. So it's a shame he didn't live to see it. But yeah, and a rock icon.
Yeah. He was the guy I kind of most liked over Gene. Gene was the one who got the most attention, but I like that Ace was one of those guys that had no problem giving you his opinion on shit, whether you liked it or not. And so it's a shame to see him pass on in such a way, but at least surrounded by family and friends, there's something, that's a good way to go if you're going to go, knowing how loved you are before you leave. 2 quick super chats came through here, Jeff. Wayne Edwards. What's up, Wayne? Good evening. I recently rewatched The Substance with my girlfriend who's 48 and her niece who's 21. They both loved it. It was my 3rd time seeing it. I appreciate it even more. Yeah, it's on HBO Max now, Jeff.
I'd like to see it again myself. I only saw it once. Again, I think that last 10 minutes just kind of ruins it, or it doesn't ruin it, but it's a bummer because without those 10 minutes, I think you're looking at an all-timer of a movie.
Jordan Ross Weinhold says, a hot take, Amy Madigan Oscar nomination. Yeah, real big hot take there. Thank you, Jordan.
And apparently if Gold Derby is saying that she's 6 or whatever, that's crazy to me. She's definitely getting in.
Exactly. All right, let's get out of here, Jeff. We got nothing else going on. So unless you want something else you want to talk about, I'm good to go here, brother.
I want to see After the Hunt. Did you see it yet?
I did. Yeah, I talked about it earlier while you were checking your phone. What do you want to know?
Did you like
it? Yes, I liked it. It wasn't great, but it was good. My issue with the film is that they brought up all these really controversial takes on these issues, like a black woman accusing a white man of rape. Should a woman believe every woman? They brought up all these things, but they don't.
And if they don't answer them,
huh?
And then they don't answer them, or what?
Yeah, they don't. I don't need an answer. It's more of an exploration of the issue, and I think they go a lot of surface exploration, or maybe like baby pool level deep. But there is much more that they should have explored, and I think they criminally sideline Andrew Garfield for the movie when he's the man who's been accused. If you're going to groundbreak and show me all the different, challenging takes on stuff, then challenge the audience, especially the women in the audience, to see it from the male point of view, what it's like to be accused. If he actually is genuinely innocent, what that does to someone. So I thought they kind of, I thought they copped out by not doing that overall.
Do you think the movie would have been better with Montgomery Clift?
Well, he's too old for any of the roles except for the Michael Stuhlbarg role, but I think he would have been good in that role. But actually, my issue though with the movie is Io DeBerry. I think Io, I know you're supposed to be thrown off by the character through the whole movie, but I do think some of her twitch blink acting is a little bit of a crutch at times, and it comes through in certain moments in the movie as an actor watching another actor. I'm like, and so it keeps me from fully connecting to the character.
It's a big test for her in my book because I don't really know. I don't know if she had a lot of business booking this movie.
I don't disagree with you, to be honest with you.
But we'll say I'm going in. I'm giving her a chance.
Yeah. I mean, I look at someone like Chase Infinity and One Battle After Another. I immediately thought after the movie was done, I would have loved to seen her in this role. I think Chase would have killed it. Huh?
Was the movie too long?
Yes, 15 minutes too long, in my opinion. There's the middle, it just starts to repeat itself, and you're just like, what? And then Chloe Sevigny is in total 5 minutes of the movie, which is really makes no sense when you have such a strong actress in Chloe. So, but Julia was great, and I think Julia should get nominated. I don't know how well
the pundits say that she won't be and that she's fallen out because no one likes this movie.
That's crazy. She's fucking so good in the film. It's her best thing she's ever done.
Dude, I don't trust critics on this movie for shit. This is a movie where they cannot be taken seriously.
That's a fair point. That's a fair point. I liked how challenging the film was. I wanted it to be more challenging.
There's nothing critics hate more than being challenged.
True. Sympathy of All Things says, on Tron Ares, best visual effects Oscar contender, excellent soundtrack. Greta Lee is stunning. Yeah, probably.
Didn't see it.
maybe the soundtrack for sure. I think it's a shame because this is Jared Leto. Jared Leto is not the problem. That film failed, and he's getting blamed for all of it. But Jared was damn good in that movie. So I think it's a shame that this is the thing he's getting blamed for, and that Tron might be shutting down as a franchise when he delivered a damn good performance.
If Daniel Day-Lewis had played Ares, I don't think it would be a fucking difference.
You're not wrong. C Black says, any news for Doomsday? Any new cast announcements? I haven't heard anything.
Didn't I read off the whole fucking cast a few months ago? Go back and watch that video.
That's true. You did. Robert Sanchez, anything about Predator Badlands? Hoping it's good. Jeff, you heard anything on that? I haven't heard anything.
I haven't heard anything, but I think it will be good.
Yeah. Jay Scoots, any early buzz on The Running Man?
Not yet, and they need to start ramping that up soon. That movie's going to need some early buzz, I think.
Aren't we like less than a month away from that coming out? Like when's it coming out? November something, right?
Yeah.
It's close. Sympathy of all things. Xenomorphs in Predator Badlands? Probably. Your guess is as good as ours, I would imagine.
I told you already that they were starting to cross those franchises again, I think. Those streams were starting to cross.
I think that last trailer showed us a bigger version of the eye creature that we saw in Alien Earth. So they're absolutely crossing the streams in that. All right. That's everything.
Everything.
There we go. Now let's get out of here. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate you madly. Thanks for the Streamlabs Super Chats. The lively chat. Jeff, once again, where can they find your newsletter and all you got going on, brother?
TheInsider.com and FYC, new episode tomorrow on Perry's channel. We're going over Best Picture again. And to quote the Pillion trailer, I'm buying you a butt plug because you're too tight.
There you go. Wait, the Sam Raimi trailer. Did you like the Sam Raimi trailer? That looked good.
I thought we were going to talk more about the Pillion trailer.
I didn't see the Pillion trailer. Yeah.
I'm buying you a butt plug. You're too tight. Send help. I think it looked like a blast.
Yeah. Agreed.
Going to be fun, man.
What about Primate? Did you see Primate? Did you like that trailer?
Also looked like a fucking blast. Looked terrifying.
We're in for some fun. For sure.
January, baby.
As for you can follow me at The Rocha Says on all social media. Please subscribe to the channel, hit that bell button, and share this video all over the place. Please let people know what we're doing here on the Hot Mic. We would appreciate it. All right, take care of yourselves. Be well. Have a great weekend. And we'll talk to you next time with another brand new episode here of the Hot Mic. Peace.